Hello, Standard 10. Your Arun sir. Going to start a new chapter in biology. Chapter 10, the nervous system. And it is part 1. Dear children, control and coordination. Control and coordination in our body, in living beings, takes place by two systems. One is the nervous system, okay, and other is the endocrine system. And endocrine system we have discussed. Now we are going to discuss about the nervous system. It consists of brain, a spinal cord, all the nerves of our body. It makes the nervous system. Now, why we need a nervous system? What is the need for the nervous system? To keep us informed what is happening outside our body, okay, outside world, through the sense organ. And we have got 5 sense organ which we are knowing. Enable us to remember, to think, to reason out. All these things require nervous system. Control and harmonize all the voluntary action, running, walking, playing, all the voluntary action of the body. Control and coordination is done by the nervous system. And involuntary actions, all the involuntary action, beating of heart, functioning of kidney, that is done by the nervous system only. Okay. And so we need nervous system. And I have discussed about the structural and functional unit of life, that is cell. A structural and functional unit of kidney, that is the nephron. And here we are going to discuss about the structural and functional unit of nervous system. And a structural and functional unit of nervous system is the neuron or the nerve cell. So we are going to discuss in detail about the neuron or nerve cell. Okay, and that you have studied in a standard 9 also in tissue chapter, nervous tissue. Now, let us discuss about the structure of a nerve cell or neuron. Okay. There are 3 on in neuron. Okay. There are 3 on. What are those 3 on in neuron? And that is cyton, dendron, axon. So let us discuss these 3 on. Okay, first, this is the dendron, this is the cyton or pericardium or cell body. Okay. Well-defined nucleus is present and the cytoplasm is granulated. Initial granule is present in the cytoplasm. Okay. In cytoplasm, all the cell organelles are present, but the centrosome is absent. Centrosome is absent. In nerve cell, centrosome is absent, and we are knowing the function of centrosome initiates the cell division in animal. It means this cell can't divide. It has lost the capacity to divide because centrosome is absent. Next, coming to these are the dendrons, and from dendrons this came out branches are the dendrites. Actually, they are the projection of the cytoplasm. These dendrons are the projection. The cytoplasm reached in here. It is the projection of the cytoplasm. These dendrons are the projection of the cytoplasm. And nerve impulse is received by these dendrons, sent to the dendrites, sent to the dendron, cyton, and then to the axon. So that part is clear. Now coming to the axon, long process. This long process is the axon. Now what is there in axon? That is very important. It may be few millimeter or maybe more than a meter. Now in this myelin sheath is present. Here myelin sheath is there. Okay, keep in mind myelin sheath is there, and outer covering is the neurolemma. This outer covering is the neurolemma, and inside this is the myelin sheath, which act as an insulator. So insulating sheath known as myelin or medullary sheath, and it is outer covered by neurolemma is present in the axon. And you can see the myelin sheath shows gaps between two myelin sheaths. This gap is known as node of Ranvier. This gap is known as node of Ranvier. Very clear? And the end portion of this axon is bulb-like, and in this one chemical is present, and the name of that chemical is neurotransmitter. In this one chemical is present, neurotransmitter. Very clear? One chemical named as neurotransmitter is present there. Now, as this ends, next neuron is also here, and gap is left between the end part of axon and another dendron. And this gap is known as synaptic cleft. Okay. One neuron is attached to other, but between two neurons, as one neuron ends, gap is there, and then there is dendrites of the other neuron, and that gap is known as synaptic cleft. So that is also clear. Now coming to some basic nervous activity like stimulus, anything to which we respond. Okay, an agent or a sudden change of external or internal environment is known as stimulus. Maybe light, sound, temperature. Response, the change in a living body is called as the response. Impulse, wave of irritability. Receptor, we have got five sense organ, and in sense organ receptors are there. Those receptor receives the message. Like in our eyes, we have photoreceptor. In ear, phonoreceptor. Okay. In skin, thermoreceptor. These receptor receives the message and send it to brain or spinal cord. And effectors are also there. Effector means muscles or glands, which on receiving the signal from the brain either contract or secrete substance. Now, transmission of nerve impulse. How the nerve impulse is transmitted from one part of the body to another part, that we have to discuss. Let us consider a nerve fiber and the normal condition of the axon or say nerve fiber. Let it be axon or a nerve fiber. The normal condition is this. Okay. Outside is positive ion, sodium positive ion, sodium ion, and inside is negative ion. This is the polarized state or the resting stage. And when stimulation is there, stimulation may be due to mechanical, electrical or chemical, due to chemical, mechanical or electrical stimulation. What happens? This wall becomes permeable and this positive charge comes inside and negative charge outside. Now, this condition is called depolarized or excited. Now, this depolarized or excited will act as stimulus for the next, and it will come to the normal condition. And this happens by sodium pump or using energy. Okay, using energy in the form of ATP. This transport is achieved by what called sodium pump using energy. So this way the message is transported from one part to other part of the body. So today up to this much. In the next video we will discuss the rest part. Thank you very much.